What is going on, everyone? So, Mike and I are severely behind on putting in the garden beds, but as you all know, we've had a lot going on around the house. So, my plants are in desperate need to get into the ground. I'll show you the greenhouse here in just a minute. But our plan is to make, for this year, a 25 by 50, oh, there goes the dogs, they heard a squirrel, a 25 by 50 area garden, feet. So we're going to have, I think we said, 16 8-foot beds in that area, and then we're going to have some 4-foot beds, and then a big 4-foot section at the back of the garden area so we can plant things like corn and squash, the Three Sisters garden. So without further ado, let's show you where our plants are at. The bugs are still pretty bad, but we got dragonflies that have come out now. So
as a bug, don't forget like, share, guys, and Papa. Hello.
So, say hi, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
So today we are going to try and hustle and build the garden area even though it's late, and give you guys a few updates as well. So, without further ado, there ain't no try. There's do or do not is what he said. So a while back, the goats accidentally got out because we haven't made a proper door yet, but we're redoing this whole area after the garden's done because we have a female goat coming in a couple weeks. So these guys were out eating when the door was down, just grazing along the pasture, the weeds and such. And so we just let them out now because they're super easy. I don't know if it's going to be the same when the girls come, but they're super easy to get back in. And they just come out and graze. And you want to come say hi? Hi, Malcolm. Hi. Oh, look, the dogs. Oh, they're going to go and raid their poop. They're doing so good with staying out and just eating. And then when it's time to go back in, all they really want is some grain. So we give them a little treat to get them to go back in, but they typically stay around this area. I know it's not going to be like that forever and they're still new, but for now, until we figure out a way to let them graze, either with a bigger perimeter or maybe some electric fencing, this is where they're going to play. Hey, buddy. This guy is so cute. When he gets irritated with the bugs, he flips over and rolls on his back. So here is an update on all of our plants. Everything is doing phenomenal. We're actually starting to get some flower heads. I planted some flowers. This is calendula. It's called Pink Surprise, so it has a really beautiful color flower. But looks like something was in here chewing or something. My peppers. But all in all, for the most part, everything is doing really, really well. It does need to get into the ground here soon. As you can see, like, I'm already getting some baby cucumbers and there's some yellowing going on, so I need to get these guys some nutrients. We're already getting some tomato flowers. Oh, look, we actually already have a tomato. And same with this one. That's awesome. I did pick up some peppers from town because I wasn't successful in germinating green peppers. We do have some more flowers here. So these all were started, for the most part, the tomatoes and everything were started in March, and same with the peppers. I've got some more peppers in here. Gonna have to water tonight. We do have some baby asparagus growing there. Some more flowers. More onions. The onions are looking awesome. But again, I gotta get them into the ground. We got some cabbage and some purple broccoli and some, what else? Loofah, some celery, some chamomile, lots of herbs, onions, flowers again. Some more herbs. And the bugs are just not fun right now. Is that how it's done, baby?
That's how it's done.
Don't yank on your shoulder.
Might not be a full country boy, but sure as heck ain't just no city boy.
Well, Mike works on getting the rest of the logs over here. I'm gonna go ahead and replant some stuff because I got some peppers that are really tiny, and if I put them in bigger pots I know they're gonna grow because we're probably not gonna get anything into the ground for at least another week. So in the meantime I will give them a little bit better of a home so that they're happy. So I'm gonna do a little experiment with my peppers. I did already do this experiment with my tomato, and without doing any previous like research on it, I figured it out for myself. That's why I like experimenting. But so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna replant these peppers because compared to the peppers I started in March, these guys look sad. So they're not gonna go in the ground for another week or so, but that week can make a huge difference. Compared to these peppers, I'll even do a comparison. These peppers, look at the size difference. So a planting date, I don't know when they started these plants. It could have they could have only been started, you know, a month or so ago, whereas I started mine back in March. But I did plant the tomatoes I'm about to show you. I did plant them on the exact same day. I left one in the little like these size pots when I upgraded my tomatoes. I left one of them in this size pot, and then the rest of them I planted in these big, I think they're 4-inch pots. So look at the difference. So this here, it's not happy. It is short, it is starting to yellow from lack of nutrients from the soil. There's no flowers on it whatsoever. Whereas this guy, you gave him a little bit bigger of a home, he can get some more nutrients. He's already starting to flower. And this is I think it's called a potato leaf tomato. So this one's a hillbilly tomato. So it's already starting to flower. It's got a thicker stalk than this one does, and obviously it's quite a bit bigger as well. I like to clip my bottom leaves off because when I go to plant these guys in the ground, I'm gonna plant them really deep. So by clipping off the leaves, It does do a few things. One of them, though, is that it gives the energy where it's needed. So with those leaves that aren't giving this plant anything, the energy is going to go, like the water, it's going to be conserved a little bit better because it's not having to feed those leaves water, the nutrients as well from the soil. So, but as you can see, the two different sizes, that's why I upgraded all my tomatoes to this size here instead of leaving them here. But I am going to try the same with the pepper, and it's probably only going to be about a week, but I want to see if there is indeed a difference. So I'm going to sacrifice one of my peppers here. I'll even take the biggest, tallest one and keep it in this small cell there. Mike doesn't know when I'm filming not to start a chainsaw. And then I'll put the rest into a bigger container. Woohoo!
Alright, so get that shorter. Well, if I cut the notches lower, it'll look kind of funny sitting in there, but it'll bring it closer to the ground.
Well, that's fine. We can always fill that like up with sticks and stones, and so we've got 2 garden beds done. We only have 14 of this size more to go.
I decided to notch it because I wanted it all interwoven so that it holds itself together a little bit better.
Because we don't have spikes right now too, and we can't go
And
out.
since I came back from Michigan, I can't go anywhere to get those big spikes to go through the logs. So
For 2
I'm
weeks.
doing the best I can
Yes.
to hold everything together.
We can always put spikes in later.
Yeah. So that's why I'm notching it.
I think they look super cute.
It's not your average bed.
Nope. But
Get it? Notch.
notch. Ha ha ha.
Average.
But I think it's gonna look good once it's all done. We're gonna have so we're gonna put 2 feet in between the beds, and then the beds, this log here from start to finish is 4 feet. So it's 4 feet, 2 feet, 4 feet, 2 feet, and so on. And we're gonna have, I think we said 7 rows, or 7 of this size here, and then in the center we're gonna do a 4 foot by 4 foot bed, and then we're gonna do another row over here of 8 by 4. Yeah. So, and then
more trees to cut down and limb.
Yeah.
Cut to size. Drag over here.
Yeah, but even if I can get started, some things can wait for a little bit. Some things really can't. So, speaking of which, I'm gonna go in and do some pruning while Mike does some notching. So we got some pruning to do, but the goats are still out. They're just chilling. They'll move if I come close to them, but hi buddies. I gotta, soon as, I know, I wonder, it can't be the warmth because today's a hot day, but